This presentation will review the Georgia Standards of Excellence 2 Md7, which states that students will tell and write time from analog and digital clocks to the nearest 5 minutes using AM and PM. First grade students begin to tell and write time in hours and half hours using both analog and digital clocks. Second graders expand their work with telling time to the nearest 5 minutes using AM and PM. Third grade students then focus on telling time to the nearest minute and measuring elapsed time using a variety of models and tools. To help students relate telling time to real-world applications, it is important to make connections through real-world tasks and literature. In addition to books available in our local libraries, educators can also access a variety of free virtual books at getepic.com. After creating a free educator account, you can search telling time to access a variety of digital books. In this first example, students tell time on digital and analog clocks and learn the difference between the hour hand and minute hand. They also decipher between AM and PM and then practice telling time according to events that may occur on their own daily schedules. After building conceptual understanding through real-world connections, students can analyze their own daily schedules and what takes place in the AM and PM. So what are some of the things that you do in the morning?
I go eat breakfast.
Breakfast.
And I go to the gym.
Okay, and what else do you do?
And I come to the bus.
You ride the bus to school? Okay, what do you do in the afternoon?
I go to Miss Landry.
Okay, you go to Miss Landry's class.
And I go to Miss Lynette.
And then what do you do
then? Home.
On the bus. Okay, at nighttime, what are you doing?
I brush my teeth.
Okay.
And then I put my pajamas. And then I go to sleep.
Which things happen in the AM, in the morning in the AM? Before noon. Which things happen before noon? Would it be these, or these?
This.
Yes. Then which things happen in the PM?
This.
And something else.
This.
Yes. Understanding the meaning of time is an abstract concept. Second grade students need to first understand that time is the duration of an event from start to finish. Reading an analog clock is like learning how to read a dial-type instrument. In the classroom, clocks with built-in gears that students can manipulate help students see how the minute hand and hour hand work together. There are also several virtual clocks available that allow students to explore telling time. This virtual clock by Glencoe operates in the same way as the handheld clocks on the previous slide. As students move the minute hand, the hour hand gradually progresses to the next hour. While on an analog clock, it is easy to see that it is almost 3 o'clock. But when reading a digital clock that states 2:55, students must know that it is 5 minutes away from 3 o'clock because time is based on a 60-minute place value system. A common error when reading analog clocks is that students may see the hour hand is very close to the 3, and they may say 3:55 instead of 2:55. The hands-on tools help students avoid this misconception. The task, building a number line clock, helps students relate telling time to skip counting by fives. A number line that visually shows skip counting by fives can also be labeled to show the number of fives included on the number line. This same straight number line can be turned into a circular number line to represent a clock face. So how many groups of 5 make 30?
6.
6. How many groups of 5 make 45?
9. 8.
Let's count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does our number line and our clock have anything in common?
This one equals 60 up there, and that one is 12 up there, which is 12 right here.
How do we count on the clock?
By 5.
By 5. How do we count on our number line?
By 5.
5s. So on our clock, how many groups of 5 makes 30?
6.
6 groups of 5? Where would the minute hand be pointing when it's 6 groups of 5? Okay. How many 5s make 50?
10.
10. Can you show me where the minute hand would point for 50? Okay. And how many 5s make 20? Okay, let's look at our number line. Is 20 at 4? So this time we made a number line with unifix cubes that are in groups of 5. Can you turn that number line into a circle number line
Yeah.
that looks like a clock? Okay, let's see if we can turn those sections. We have to have one big clock using all the pieces. We have 12 groups of 5. So does that kind of
Yeah,
look like a clock?
yeah.
Do you think we can label that just like we did our other number line?
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's label the outside sections. So each section, and we'll start right here. When we get to this number, how many blocks will we have had if we count by 5s? 5. Okay, so let's count by 5s. And so right here, we have 5. In the next section, the very end would be 10, 15. Show me 2:40. Where would the hour hand point at 2:40? Okay, to the 2. And where would 40 minutes be? Right at the 8. So we have 2:40. Okay, let's show 11:25. And how do you know that's 25?
Because it's close to 6, and the 6 is 30.
Okay, so it's almost a half hour. Can you count by 5s around the clock to make sure that it's 25?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
A one-handed clock that only displays the hour hand can encourage important classroom conversations about the appropriate placement of the hand, especially if it isn't exactly on the hour. So the hour hand is pointing almost to the 4 o'clock. What time could it be?
3:55 or 3:45.
3:45? That's right. It could be either of those times. Can you move the hour hand to show me a time that would be possibly 2:30? Where would the hour hand be at 2:30? Right in the middle. So if the hour hand's pointing closer to the 12, where could the minute hand be pointing?
To the 1.
And what time would that be?
12:05.
So it's a little after 12. What's another time that's a little after 12?
12:10.
Yes, 12:10. As students begin to work more independently and without concrete models, some students may have difficulty understanding that the numbers on the clock represent both the hour and the minute hand. To address this difficulty, students can create a clock with 2 paper plates, with lift-up flaps so they can see the relationship between the hour and minute hands. Show me 3:10 on your clock. What's the name of the blue hand?
The little hand.
It's the smaller one, but what's the name of the little hand? What does
The
it point to?
hour?
Yes, the hour. What about the big hand?
The minute.
Okay, so if we have 3:10, where would the minute hand point? Can you open the flap under the 2 to see if it's 10? Students need multiple opportunities to practice showing and telling time on analog clocks. Below this presentation, you will find links to a few tasks and games. The task Miss Bedtime in the Georgia Frameworks has 2 parts. The first part encourages students to create matching pairs on analog and digital clocks. They then compete against a partner to see who can find the most matching pairs. Part 2 encourages students to apply telling time to real-world situations. Julie was grumpy at school because she went to bed after her normal bedtime. She usually went to bed at 8 p.m. So what time could Julie have gone to bed? Have you ever gone to bed later than you're supposed to?
No.
Never? Have you ever gone to bed later than you're supposed to? Yes. Okay, well, if she was supposed to go to bed at 8 o'clock and went to bed later, what time could she have gone to bed? So what time do you think she went to bed?
12:30
Is that a.m. or p.m.?
a.m.
How do you know it's a.m.?
because it's after midnight.
So what time do you think she went to bed?
11 o'clock.
Is that a.m. or p.m.?
p.m.
And how do you know?
Before midnight.
It's before midnight. This next task encourages students to create a time bingo game board and then compete against classmates to see who can cover 3 in a row. With this task, students are required to select a time and represent that time with a digital or analog clock.
4:30.
4:30?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got one?
Oh man, I got 4:35. It was 4:35.
Okay, next card.
10:20.
Bingo!
The Ordering Time task by Illustrative Math provides a variety of task cards that not only encourage students to read analog clocks, but order digital cards that contain both AM and PM time increments. The student in this video first sorted a mixed set of cards by AM and PM before ordering them from earliest to latest.
AM, PM. Okay. So now I see which one is the earliest to the beginning of the morning. 4:15, 4:30, 4:45, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Another engaging task that encourages students to read and represent time in a fun, engaging way is time barrier. This task from the Georgia Frameworks encourages students to provide clues to their partner so that their final representations match. Partners can compete against other teams and classmates.
The first one, the very first one, it is 1:25.
Okay, which clock are you going to write that on? You said the very first clock is 1:25. So the hour hand points to the 1, and the minute hand points to 25 minutes. Next clue.
The next clue is the very last clock on the very last row. It is 10:10.
10:10.
So where's the hour hand pointing? To the 10. And where's the minute hand pointing? To the 2. And can you write 10:10 at the bottom? For additional tasks and resources, please visit Unit 3 of the Georgia Frameworks.